welcome back to my YouTube channel, School Gunner. How you all getting on out there? Thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my channel since I started it 3 years ago. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your likes, your subscribes, and your comments. Smash the like in this video of me. Smash the subscribe to my channel, School Gunner, if you haven't already. And be sure to click on the notifications so you get notified every time I upload content. Without further ado, guys, let's get straight into it. In a little over an hour, Arsenal face Leeds United at the Emirates Stadium in the Carabao Cup. A massive game for the club. It would be great to get the victory in this. Use it as a springboard, of course, ahead of the massive clash against Leicester City at the weekend, away to Leicester City in the Premier League. That is a huge game. I'm kind of focusing on the Premier League at the moment because that's our way to get back to where we once were. That's our way to get back into Europe and to get European football. So a victory against Leicester for me is a very important thing. It's going to be a very important game, and hopefully it'll work out for us. But back to the Carabao Cup. Like I said, it's kicking off in just over an hour. Big lad 4-4. Hey, old school. I reckon it'll be a close game, but I think we'll just come through with a 1-0 win. Yeah, I think myself we're going to win. I think 2-1, 3-1. I think it'll be a tough game. I mean, they played well at the weekend, Leeds in the Premier League. They are a Premier League club. They had a tough game against Wolves, but they got a draw out of the game at the end, and they pushed till the end. They didn't give up in difficult circumstances against a tough team. Wolves are no joke. The game itself, the formation, the tactics, I would play a 4-4-2. I would actually play Lacazette and Martinelli up front. The defence really picks itself. I wouldn't make any changes to that. Obviously, Ramsdale in goal. We're not involved in Europe this season, guys, so there's no such thing as fatigue or this or that or the other ahead of the Leicester game. None of that crap, you know. Arteta can't use that as an excuse to rotate and to play players that aren't in form. You know what I mean? Simple as that. A bit of continuity is always good for a team. Keep it going, keep the team together, and they get stronger and stronger as it goes on. We had a very good victory at the weekend at home to Aston Villa. Morale boosting win. A 3-1 victory over the Villains. If we can top that now tonight with another win, and then look forward with a bit of confidence to the Leicester game, because we need to go on a bit of a run. We need to get some points on the board because of the start we had to the season. Those 3 defeats in a row, those 3 games that Mikel Arteta completely lost the plot. Of course, we're not the only team that has a few problems at the moment, guys. If any of you saw United against Liverpool on Sunday, I mean, I thought Arsenal had problems, and then I saw United. I mean, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, how he's still in the job, I don't know. Other comment from Big Lad, on the day Leeds are a good side, so we can't feel this is just a cup game. We'll have to approach this properly, of course. You're hoping for Nketiah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of his. I'm a big fan of Eddie's. I hope for him too. But like you said, yeah, they're a Premier League game. They're a Premier League team. Leeds United are Premier League. We can't just see this as a cup game. It's top quality opposition. It's going to be a hard game. Arsenal will have to be on form. They're not going to be handed the victory. They're not going to just cruise into the next round. Watching that United-Liverpool game made me trust the process. I trust the process in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm glad Klopp didn't go and let Liverpool beat them 10-0, because that would be Ole out of a job. I hope he stays at United forever. And ever. And ever. You know what I mean? I thought we had problems. Then I saw them. My God. Anyway, shocking stuff. People are saying it was the worst Premier League performance in history since the Premier League started in '92. You know what I mean? Yeah, I hope he's still there when we play them too. Easy 3 points for us against them. Touch wood, you know what I mean? But yeah, back to tonight's game. Big Lad's prediction, he thinks it's going to be a 1-0. I think honestly we're going to win 2 or 3-1. But I think the team are going to have to perform. They're going to have to show up, and it's not going to be as easy as they think. It's not going to be a straightforward game by any stretch of the imagination. As simple as that. It's going to be a hard game. It's going to be a tough game. We need to be bang on form and going at it from the very start. Just a short video for now, guys. Enjoy the game. Let me know in the comment section below of your predictions. Like this video of me. Subscribe to my channel, Old School Gunner, if you haven't already. And make sure you click on the notifications. You get notified every time I upload some content. Like I said, my prediction is 2-1 and 3-1 to Arsenal. But I do think the team is going to have to turn up. I do think the team is going to have to put in a shift. It's not going to be easy. Daniel Bailey TV, evening mate, hope you're well. Good afternoon. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm looking forward to the game. Hopefully 3 points. Hopefully the win for Arsenal. Hopefully we can get into the next round of the Carabao Cup. But the one that's really taken precedence for me and a really important match for me is the game at the weekend, the away match against Leicester. Let me know how you think that's going to go. Comment in the comment section, guys, and let me know what you think it's going to be. I'll do it here on the live stream as I'm doing it. Yeah, that game for me at the weekend is a massive, massive game, a game of real importance, because the Premier League, European football, we need to qualify for Europe again. We need to get into the top five. It's as simple as that. So that game for me at the weekend, guys, is a very, very important game. And Leicester, as we've seen, guys, okay, maybe they're not as good as I thought when they trashed United 4-2, because every team seems to be trashing Man United at the moment. They're hopeless, but they're a dangerous team, Leicester, and we need to go there banging form, top of our game, to get anything out of the match. It's as simple as that. Tonight's game can be a good warm-up and a good preparation for that match at the weekend, but the focus needs to be fully on the weekend. Focus needs to be fully on the club getting back into Europe. We're out of Europe for the first time in 25 years, guys. 25 seasons, thanks to Mikel Arteta and Edu. We need to get back into Europe ASAP. If we had the offer of European football in the pre-season, I think we would have got a couple of the players that we wanted, a couple of extra players. Maybe Manuel Locatelli. Maybe he would have went from Sassuolo to Arsenal instead of staying in Juve, instead of going to Juve. We'll never know, guys, but that's my opinion. The sooner we get into European football, the better. The Leicester game will be a good one. It will be considerably harder than Villa, but I think if we show up like we did against Spurs, then we can win. Yeah, I agree. That was a comment there, guys, from Big Lad. He thinks that if we show up against Leicester, we can do the business. It's going to be a hard game against them. I mean, they have an incredible team. I think if they got another couple of players, I think they could actually win the league. I think they could do it again like they did under Ranieri. Well, who's to say, guys? It's going to be a massive, massive challenge at the weekend. I think 4-4-2 is the way to go, to be honest, away from home against them. I would not play a 4-2-3-1. And I would honestly play Lacazette and Martinelli up front. If needed, let's bring on Auba, but Lacazette should not be left out. And Martinelli, what does he have to do to get a game? I mean, he deserves a chance in the team. He's quick and he's strong and he's hungry. He's a guy now that's thinking he has no place at the club at the moment. Arteta needs to show him otherwise. He needs to give him a start. Simple as that. He brings him on in like the 83rd minute, the 87th minute. He's worth more than that. I mean, bring him on after a half an hour, bring him on after the hour. Give him a start. But Arteta, don't bring him on with 7 minutes to go, man, and expect him to pull a rabbit out of a hat in a very tough game. The guy's getting no playing time. He's not match fit. He's no match practice. He brings him on then with 7 minutes to go of normal time and expects him to do something. You know what I mean? He's not got the experience of Lacazette. Lacazette turned that game for us. He's not got that experience. So it's a bit unfair of Mikel Arteta to be doing that, to be honest. Let me know what you think is going to happen at the weekend, guys. And how do you think we should line up against Leicester? Obviously, Ramsdale is going to be in goal. The defence picks itself. The midfield, Big Lad's opinion on Martinelli, he would probably be unpopular. We should loan him out. He doesn't get enough playing time, so I think a loan could do wonders for his development. Yeah, I actually agree with you. I actually agree with that. It's level-headed thinking. I mean, I've got no problem with that. I feel sorry for the player. He's just sitting on the bench twiddling his thumbs. You know what I mean? And the longer you're kind of left out of a team, you actually go backwards as a player. I mean, like you said, it's important for his development, Big Lad. And I agree with you, man, 110%. You know what I mean? You've got your finger on the pulse, man. You know what you're talking about. It's true. He deserves a chance in the team. If he's not getting it, they should loan him out, further his development. Then he can go back to the club at a later date. That, for me, is a process. But we need to get back into Europe this season. We need to finish top 5. Arteta's sole focus should be that. Carabao Cup, all well and grand. You know what I mean? It would be nice to win a cup. But we need to be looking at the Premier League. We need to be looking at getting back into European football. It's good for the club. Every possible point of view, every possible angle you can think of, it's better for the club. Not being in Europe, I mean, is Big Lad 444. Like Saliba, he's proven why he's good enough out on loan right now. Exactly. Saliba played a stormer against PSG at the weekend. I think it finished 0-0. But he was very strong, of course. Well documented the tackle against Mbappe when Mbappe was going through on goal to score. A brilliant tackle, you know what I mean? He didn't panic. He went straight in and won the ball. He was big, he was strong, and he was fast. It was a very well-timed tackle, and it was fair, you know what I mean, all day long. So, It would be good to get players like that back. I mean, I remember Torreira in the midfield. I don't know what Torreira had to do to get a game at Arsenal. Arteta just didn't fancy him. Saliba and Guendouzi, they stood up to Arteta in training and told him what they thought about his tactics. He sent them packing. You know what I mean? You have to kind of toe the line with Arteta. If you kind of stand up and tell him that you would disagree with him, especially Guendouzi, he told Arteta a few home truths. That was him gone. You know what I mean? They're both, of course, at the same club. They're both playing in League One of France at Marseille. Hopefully, at some point, they would come back to the club. It would be very, very positive. We just have to see the way it works out. It is what it is, guys, you know. It is what it is. The similarities between us and United and what happened to them at the weekend, to be honest, we haven't had a pasting like that. They got a real hammering but at home. But the similarities between the Solskjaer and Glazer situation and Arteta and Kroenke, you want to be blind not to see it, honestly. I mean, what's happening to these two clubs? You know, United were being touted as possible champions and we were being touted for relegation. Now we're both on 14 points. You know what I mean? Football is a hard one to call, but definitely that performance that United played against Liverpool at the weekend was the worst performance I've seen in the Premier League. I can never remember a team playing so bad at home. It was absolutely clueless out there. Ronaldo said it all, man. If you saw his gesture that he learned in Italy when at Juve about confusion and complication, a gesture he made to Solskjaer when he was on the field. I mean, they were at 6 and 7 all over the place. They didn't know what was going on. I mean, Solskjaer has to go, in my opinion. Respectfully, he needs to be removed from the job. He's not up to it. United as a club, their fans deserve better, just like Arsenal deserve better than Arteta. It is what it is. That's how I see it, guys. You know what I mean? Just got a comment there from Warren. Hey, Warren, how are you getting on? If you haven't, guys, check out this YouTuber. He's an Arsenal YouTuber like myself. His channel is Warren's Team Talk. Smash a like for him, guys. Subscribe to his channel. And don't forget to click on the notifications. Then you get notified every time he's uploading content, guys. He's uploading a lot of quality content at the moment. He did another video today. I'll be checking that out myself shortly. Do yourselves a favor, guys, and subscribe to Warren's Team Talk. He's guested on my channel a few times. I've guested on his. And at the weekend, we're going to be doing a collab together. The Premier League. We're going to be doing a collaboration about the Premier League and what's going to be happening on Saturday. With the games, we're going to be doing a score centre. He says he's good, he's worried, and he's nervous about tonight. He says he's good and he's nervous about tonight. No need to be nervous, Warren. I'd be nervous on Saturday if I was you against Leicester. That's the time to be nervous. No, but I understand you. It's hard not to be nervous the way the team is going, yeah. It's like Jekyll and Hyde out there. Sometimes you don't know who's going to turn up. It's like Groundhog Day. We have a couple of good games, then we have a shocker. And we find ourselves back at square one again when the team needs to be going on a bit of a run. But if I was you, Warren, I would be nervous for the game at the weekend against Leicester. That is a real 6-pointer. That is a game now that I'm going to be nervous about. It's going to be a tough, tough game against Leicester. No doubt about it. It's going to be an incredible battle against them. Alright, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into my live stream. Good luck to Arsenal. The game is in just under an hour against Leeds. Think ahead to the game against Leicester at the weekend, guys, and comment in the comment section what you think the result tonight is going to be and what you think the result on Saturday against Leicester is going to be. Thank you to Big Lad for tuning in. Thank you to Warren for tuning in. Warren says he's nervous every time at the moment, mate. Every time Arsenal play. Yeah, I understand you though. I know what you mean. It's kind of unpredictable what's going on with the club at the moment. It's just very hard to call it. Very hard to call it what's going on. It's hit or miss. It's Jekyll and Hyde. That's what the performances have been like recently. Well, since Mikel Arteta took over, in fairness, he's had nothing but the complete backing of the board, the players, the owners, and still, you know, we spent more than any other club in any of the top 5 divisions in Europe in pre-season, £150 million, and we still find ourselves in this position. Okay, we won the last day out. A lot of fans are really on an up-tempo mood about that. Grand job, fair enough. We shouldn't get carried away. We shouldn't get carried away at all. Massive game coming up at the weekend. That, for me, is the huge game. Tonight, grand job. It would be good to win, to get through to the next round. But it's the Premier League is where we need to do stuff. We need to get back into Europe this season. And that is the way through. We need to get in the top 5. At the moment, we're in 10th position. We need to get top 5. It's not going to be easy, but we'll have to see how it works out, guys. Thank you to Warren for tuning in, and I appreciate it, Warren. Thank you to Big Lad. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time, guys. All the best. Enjoy the game tonight, and let's get nervous ahead of the game at the weekend. Come on, you Gooners. Peace.